Feeling chill?
We're good.
Hi.
Feels like it's been a while, actually.
It's been too long.
Yep. Good couple of weeks.
I feel like
3.
I feel like I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, we've been a bit more irregular.
We've been like ships in the night.
Yeah, exactly
It's
right.
passing.
Exactly right. But we're back together now.
Welcome back! Another episode, Murph Mitise Show.
In this next song, you must march around the room. Here we go.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just sit down in the chair.
What's been going on? I got here before you. God damn it!
I was gonna fucking do it first. Everything, man. Everything. Moved house. That was chill.
Yeah.
We moved house.
He's a big boy now.
Yee!
He's a big boy.
So that's been chill. That's been we got some more moving to do.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
So,
Today it should be fun. Bloody artwork. So that's been cool. That's been really, really cool. I'm in a little space now.
So why'd you move? Don't have to go into the gory details. But,
I just felt so.
What do you? I'll put it this way, more specific. What do you think the benefits are now of you having your own space? That's what you've done.
Mental freedom.
You've gone from
100.
group house to
I
Josh
mean, like group house, like there's like 17 of us in the community. No, I'm kidding. It was like so last year I moved out, obviously, as you know, into like a share house with a couple of housemates, and then that was always going to be a temporary thing, and then from that I've now moved out to my own space where it's all me. You know what I mean? Like everything.
In a retirement village too.
I'm in a retirement village. Right. I'm just done. I'm just old, mad. I've had too much. I've had too much fun. I'm just done now. So, no, it's chill. Like it's a like 1-bedroom apartment. I want my own space. The benefits are I like, as you know, I like mental clarity. Yeah. Right. I like to have. I describe my philosophy as a combination of minimalism and essentialism, right? And loud, right? I need to have less stuff around so I can project my shit everywhere.
Do you find that, because I know me personally, I know you know this about me, I know about you, but tell it to the crowd, is because you like mental clarity, you need environmental clarity as well. You need
100%
minimal things around you, tidy. Doesn't have to be like, a bit of dust doesn't bother me too much. I do like it clean, but I like tidy. Space around me, open floor. That's my kind of.
Look at the gym, right? So the gym space is.
Which you'll see soon.
Hint. Holla. So the gym space I've designed around how I want like life space, right? And so the gym space, for those who haven't seen it, the gym space is everything's that is essentials around the sides. I don't have anything that you don't fucking use.
No pin load machines.
No pin load machines. Right, no treadmills, right? Goddamn, right? So, and then the middle is big open space. You do whatever the fuck you want. Creative, be nice there. Go nuts. That's how I kind of live. That's how I live in general, right? That's a microcosm of what my macro is, and so I like to have everything. Like everything has a space. There is order, because the way I think of things, without order, you cannot have chaos, right? You have to have the structure, boundaries, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Like controlled chaos.
No, well, yeah, like it's not even like controlled chaos. It's like you've got to have the foundations, and then once you've got the foundations, you can then be chaotic however you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, if I've got like chaos at home, it feels a little bit like mentally I'm not there because there's like shit there that's not mine, or there's shit there that's not mine, or this has been moved again and I don't know where that is, or that kind of stuff. So, you know, I'm sure everyone's lived with people before where it's like friends and family, parents, whatever. And I used to live by myself at Henley Beach, like on the Esplanade, right? And that was a 2-bedroom apartment just for me, and all I had, so I had kitchen equipment, so utensils and whatever, and then all I had was 2 bookcases and bed, right? So there was a lounge room that just had 2 bookcases in it. I would sit on the floor, I'd eat dinner, I'd sit on the floor, I'd read.
You love the floor, don't you?
I love the floor so much. Like, so much. I will sit on the floor over a chair any day. Because I feel it's just too... It's just, why am I sitting in a chair? I can sit on the floor. You get more freedom. The floor is there, and then I can be chaotic above it, right? So I moved to my own space, and that now is like I've got a last little bit to do to move like some shit out. So what I've done is I've gone from like a house where I had probably 2 rooms of shit to stuff that wasn't just shit, it was stuff. Right. Yeah. From that, then I moved to a friend's as an interim while I was looking for my own space or another space. And then I minimized some of the stuff that I had. I was like, oh, I don't need this stuff, don't need that, go to that. And then from that, I went to the house share that I was in. And that just allowed me to go, all right, cool, I've got, my gear here. That was a 3x3 like room. And then I could store some stuff in the garage and whatnot. And that I was like, the reason I took that on was because I was like, this is going to challenge me to then really think about what I have.
Yeah. And
what I want to have and what I need to have. Most of what I would need is at the gym or on my computer.
Yeah.
On my phone. So that's where, and that's how I kind of set things up, And so then in the 3x3 room, it was tiny, had bed, I had like some basic IKEA shelving, got rid of all that stuff. Ended up buying like a wardrobe, which was, that took up all the other space. It was a wardrobe and a bed. And then from there, what happened is like things started to get a little bit, I wouldn't say full on, but like during COVID, everything changed for everyone. Things changed for my housemates and things changed for myself. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm at a point in my life where I probably need to spread my wings and fly one big boy space. And then just started looking and found a space, and I was like, this is sick. It was like priced perfectly, location was fantastic, and it was literally just open, right? Yeah. So, like I said, studio, 1-bedroom studio, everything's just open, and I go in and I know where my shit is. I don't have much around like in the space, and it's just my space for my Zen space. And that what's happened like the last, what have I been officially been in like 3-4 weeks maybe, I think, like officially, yeah. I look at Murph because Murph helped me move, so that's what that is.
That's what we do for each other.
So we do. That's pretty much. Yeah, so in that time, I found that I've been a lot less, I'd say, a lot less stressed. But it wasn't stress. It was more just like, you got shit on your mind, but you can't really quite quantify it. It was like, just kind of like weighing on me.
Look, because I've only been to your house, that shared place once, and that was how we moved out.
Yeah. I
was stressed just being in there.
You're stressed. I felt it, man.
It was just, it's crowded and just there's shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And it wasn't yours and didn't...
It wasn't really anyone's. Like, the house space wasn't really...
And it was dirty. Fuck, it was dirty. That carpet was disgusting.
The dog was bad.
The dog, yeah. I don't know how you did it. Kudos to you.
I was hardly around, so that's how I kind of like did it for so long. I was hardly around. I was always at the gym or at cafes during the day, and then I got my stuff at night, so my teams and my training at night and whatever. And I'd be there, I'd go in, I'd spend some time. I would never watch, hardly ever watch TV, so no TV in my place. And then I'd go to sleep, wake up 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., just same shit again. Yep. Rinse and repeat, So yeah, then I was like, you know what, I just kind of want a space where I can go and I can lay down and read a book. I can go sit and just,
sit on the floor and just...
Sit on the floor. I fell asleep on tiles the other day.
You're like a dog.
Wow.
In the best... Well, I love... I love my dog. So.
Yeah, you love your dog. Yeah, so like, I literally got home and I was like, oh, just gonna like lay here for a bit and just lay on the floor.
You lay like bare tummy on the tile and stay cool.
Not yet. No, it hasn't been that hot yet. Okay. So, but I probably will. But yeah, so that has allowed me, what I found is that has allowed me to then focus on more of the business and training and development side of things.
Yeah.
Which has been so cool.
Yeah.
Like, so cool. So that's what's been happening there.
Very good.
Yeah. What's happening with you? I'm trying to get in.
He got in. Look at that spike in audio there. That's why I know to cut.
That's why you know to cut? Bam.
So obviously, yeah, at the moment it's, 4 weeks till the end of uni.
Mm-hmm.
In the uni year, which is my last year, as well, been told before.
Big boy.
You're
getting a degree and I'm moving out. Look at us going up.
Look at us go. So yeah, better finish the degree, which is pretty cool. Goodbye. So yeah, 4 weeks away from that, just doing my final pracs now. So we're doing VO2 max testing and ECG.
So what you want me as a test
heart stress testing. So I got you as a subject for that. So that'll be cool. So I'm going to put you through a VO2 max test and see how you go with that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see where you're at.
I'm not anywhere. I can tell you.
Mid-range. Josh is
I told you I got all my bloods done recently, right? Yeah. My bloods, schmick.
Yep.
Except one thing. What do you think was slightly elevated in my bloods?
Probably liver, something to do with the hepatic system.
Cholesterol.
Cholesterol?
And I said,
You do like your KFC, so...
Well, it wasn't KFC, and this time it was wine. I said,
wine.
Because the tests were done in July, we would just come back from like COVID stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
everyone had a few more wines.
Yeah, and the doc calls me up and he's like, "Got your test back?" And I was like, "Sweet, what's up?" He goes, "Everything's really good. I'm just a bit concerned. Like cholesterol is a little bit up." And I started laughing. He said, "Why are you laughing?" I said, "Bro, this is literally." I was like, "Bro, it's COVID. I had to shut down the gym, right? I had nothing to do. I enjoy nice wine and I enjoy nice food, right? And KFC." And
I'm glad you said nice food
and KFC. I said, so I expected that to be the case. And he was like, yeah, it's a pretty tough time for all of us. He goes, just minimize drinking a little bit and you'll be fine. And I was like, thanks, man. Bye. So yeah, so that was that. So bloods are good.
Good.
Aerobic system is not good.
We will see. We will see where you're at in regards to the norms.
Follow-up's coming soon.
So yeah, finishing off uni, I've got another topic which we won't talk about because it's we won't talk about it yet. Maybe another point in time.
No, do I know about this one?
You would have heard me say something about it at some point. But we'll bring it up again soon. Put it this way, anyone who knows what I'm going through at uni at the moment goes, I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
And I know why he's being a bit weird about it. Anyway, so that's the uni side of it under wraps there, which is pretty cool. About to finish off. Looking forward to that. Started applying for my Masters.
Big boy.
For next year, which is exciting to see what I'm getting back, what I'm not getting back. So that's...
What do you mean getting back and not getting back? Oh,
so offers.
Yep.
So one's already said you need 3 years post-grad experience.
Can you speak on that? Just real briefly.
I won't go into too many details.
Don't go into details, but what was that? What came up?
There's a degree I've applied for, sent an application in for, and they've basically, at this stage, I've started talking up the lines a little bit more. At this stage, they've said no because you need 3 years of professional post-grad, so once I've finished my degree, experience.
But you've had 5 years in
pre-grad experience. It doesn't count.
Doesn't count?
No.
Why?
Don't know.
Oh.
Because they said post-grad, not pre-grad.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have had a conditional offer for another one in strength conditioning at ECU.
Yep.
So master in S&C for that. So that's looking like
Edith Cohen would be sick.
Huge university.
Huge.
Under Greg Haff, which is big top dog in the world of S&C as a professor. So that'd be cool. That'd be good to get into. So pretty much guaranteed a spot in there. Wait and see for that one as well.
Mm-hmm. How long would that be? 1 or 2 year masters?
Year and a half.
Okay.
So 18 months. So what, this time in 2023 I'll be finished. 2022 I'll be finished.
It's like COVID went long, but I don't know how long it went for.
Notice I'm not doing a master's in mathematics.
You're not doing mathematics.
Or engineering.
Engineering.
2022.
Yes, okay.
I'll be finished the master's degree. But yeah, so that's that side of things. Business is good. Business is good there. I mean, nothing overly exciting. Obviously, being out of Sixers now, trying to get back into pro sport is a big hurdle at the moment with COVID going on.
No money.
There's no money in sport at the moment. A lot of budget's been cut in the top level teams. So I mean, keeping my feelers out. What's going on there? SNFL is now all about to finish their season this weekend. Grand final was on.
Look at you talking like you know footy.
Yeah, see? I'll keep it up. I just caught up with Jordan. So his team's in the grand final. So
I know.
So I know that because of 2 hours ago.
Relevant. Relevant.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's in the front of my head. Here's a new word. It's contemporaneous.
Contemporaneous.
Yes.
What's that word?
Fresh in the mind.
Oh, okay. Fresh. Contemporaneous.
Contemporaneous.
I like it.
Write that one down. Obviously once that's finished off, there's going to be jobs potentially around about for SNFL. Look into that. At the moment, business is a focus. I've recently, obviously on Netflix at the moment, big talk about the social dilemma.
Oh, you fucking...
You got in there before me.
I got in there before you. That was the thing. That was the thing.
So,
Speak on it.
Social Dilemma was on.
Yeah.
I watched that. Blew my mind a little bit with a few things.
It shut you down.
It shut me down, and we'll talk about that in this conversation.
Yeah.
So, watched the Netflix doco. Found it interesting. Now, obviously, docos are typically biased towards one thing. So, I know the Game Changer doco was very biased towards become a vegetarian. Stupidly biased. We won't go into that today. Now, I'm wondering how biased this was towards that. Towards their... No. I'm wondering how biased the Social Dilemma was towards how much social media companies are trying to grab your attention.
So what's the premise of it? The main
premise is attention economy. Is that what? Yep. Yeah, the attention economy is like basically how much attention capacity you have and how much the social media companies are trying to, I guess, essentially engineer, but they are putting money towards it. Buy your attention span. So if you got 100 arbitrary units of attention, their social media might have bought 60 points of that. Then you got another 30 towards career, and the left is whatever left is towards family.
I was interested where you're going with this.
Yeah, so they're basically 100 units. They've bought a certain amount. They're trying to buy as much as they possibly can.
Basically, the idea is they're engineering the products, which is the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, to drive behavior change in the human. To then get you to focus on that as opposed to other stuff and spend more time on it.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
No one's going to explain it better than they did.
Yeah.
Did a really good job. And because of that, we had a chat, and you got me onto a book, which I forgot the name of it. What was the book called?
Which one?
All about social media and attention economy.
Wasn't the Facebook effect? No. What was the other one?
Some audio book.
The Facebook. Oh no, the Facebook effect was that one. The audio book I've got it on my phone.
So do I.
It was called. Should I look it up?
Look it up.
Digital minimalism.
Digital
minimalism by Cal Newport.
Yes, so I went through that as well, and
you listened to it?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's actually a new one on Audible at the moment. So if you jump on Audible and you haven't been on there before, you get one download for free.
Yep.
There's a new one that just come out, which is a free download anyway for any member.
Yep.
And it's all about shame and fear of shame on social media.
Okay.
It looks interesting. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to get onto it. So I'm going to have a look at that.
They're good editor's picks as well. I get editor's picks.
That's the one. That's the editor's
Yeah. I have to check it out.
Anyway, back to digital minimalism and
Audible
my
sponsors.
life at the moment. I decided I'm going to give it a go. Because I've become addicted to, especially Instagram. Facebook, I was pretty much off anyway. On Twitter, I don't really know how to use that well, so I'm not really on it.
Twitter's my favorite.
LinkedIn isn't really social media, it's more of an online resume, and I don't do anything on there except update every now and then. So Instagram was my killer, and I would find myself jumping on, putting on a post, and I thought, fuck it, while I'm here, I'll do an hour's worth of scrolling.
Really?
It wouldn't be an hour, but it'd be a long time.
Really?
It'd just be
Wow.
stupid, pointless scrolls, and we'll look at people's stories, and and I never have notifications. I wouldn't have that set, which is probably even worse because you jump on there more often to see if there's something on there. At least with notifications like, oh, Josh posted. Okay, cool, that's interesting. Whereas no notification, you're like, I wonder if Josh posted. I'll jump on to see.
So I don't keep going.
That's how bad I was.
Okay.
I realised I've become addicted to it.
I didn't know that.
So I'm like, I've got to stop. Watching the doco, listening to the book, I've got to stop. So I went cold turkey. I'm done. All stopping. I managed to get my sister to be my social media manager, essentially. So I do up social media posts, which is pretty much Instagram because they're all linked for my accounts anyway. Send it to her and she would upload it and then give me feedback on how the post went. This is how many clicks you got. This is how many likes you got. People commented with this, whatever.
Josh is sending you shit again.
What's that?
Josh is sending you shit again with fucking messages.
Funny thing is, the first person after I did all of this, the first person to send me something privately was my sister. So she answered her own question. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm wondering, we're still in a probation period. Is it working? Is it just more worth me while jumping on and doing it myself? So yeah, I'm still figuring that out.
How are you finding it?
It's been good, but I'm still mentally like, I want to check it. because I want to see in real time what's going on. And I think that's still probably a bit of the addiction there. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to work it for me.
I've been thinking on this for a while since I was like, Murph, just like it's like you had an intervention.
Yeah, so my
the Holy Ghost had blessed you for a moment, and you just went fucking bam, you're gone.
That's me and Joe. I'm always a cold turkey person. I don't do wean off. I'm like this now, and then this now. I don't like the whole wean off shit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And at the time, I said to you, look, be careful.
Yeah.
Because not because of I didn't know how bad your like social media behavior was. Addiction.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of the addiction because you're a product of an engineered behavior change, right? So it's kind of like it's even worse because like a puppet. You know what I mean? But inside that, I get it. Going on and whatnot. So I didn't know how bad that was. I thought I kind of had the idea that you would do things how I do things, and I'm fucking ruthless with that shit. As in, like, I won't follow people back. I don't give a fuck about notifications. I'll push it up and then be like, done. Yeah. I'm kind of like, here's some value. Hopefully you get that, and then meh. Yeah. So I'll watch a few stories, like maybe 3 or 4, and then I'm bored. Yeah. I'm on. No notifications, that kind of shit. I use a lot for like I'll send DMs when I find interesting shit. And the reason like Twitter, I said before, the reason like Twitter is because I can get articles from that. Yeah. A lot of people putting out like say research papers or like later stuff coming out of like America or even thought leaders putting stuff out, usually on Twitter. So I'm like, I like that, whatever. But I thought yours was like mine, and so now I'm like, I can't really dance with anyone. I'm not going to send you knowing it's just this.
And there's things I miss about it like that. And I think that's where social is good. Yes. If you got people that are like you who aren't going to be addicted to it or aren't going to be putting bullshit up all the time. There's a quick little bit of banter, or it's a quick like, check out this dude, he's doing something cool, or this dude isn't doing something so cool. I think I do miss that side of it. So I don't think what I'm doing now is working. So I've got to adjust. And that's what I thought I'd have to do anyway. I thought cold turkey initially and then go, what do I want back? Rather than getting rid of a little bit at a time, I'd rather add a little bit at a time.
That's what Carl Newport says in the book. He says, exactly. 30 days, whatever. Now, the caveat to that, though, is that your business is based around it.
Hugely.
Right? And the thing that I'm thinking about, which I don't know if you've thought about or not, right? But is like now we don't get almost like the live Murph. Right, when you're doing stories, when you're in the gym, whatever, you don't get that kind of stuff. Like, the content you're putting out now is awesome because you've got time to spend and like, say, videos and whatnot. It's a lot more flashy, which is cool, but you don't get the live, like, the continual stuff. Because that's you can't, you can do it and schedule it and whatever, but it's just not authentic, you know. And I think there's a place for that. And so the reason I said to you at the start, when you told me about it, I was like, put a plan in place to be consistent with it. Because people go like from that, they'll Google search or they'll go to that, then they'll go to your website and it kind of, I see what's happening here and go with it. You need to have those like wean off steps, you know. And so for mine, like I read a book because the reason I said the Facebook effect, I read the Facebook effect 2008 or 9, maybe a bit later. I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but it's one of the books I've got in my library, and I'm not bringing it in for you. It's basically about Facebook and like the story of how it started, who invested and whatnot. And from that, I was kind of like, not really vibing with the engineering of behavior, that kind of stuff. And I was like, how can I make best use of it? At that point. And I started to make changes. Like I got a personal assistant to help kind of do all that stuff. I hate Facebook. I have my best widget that I've got for Facebook is Newsfeed Eradicator. Oh, brilliant.
Really?
Brilliant. All right. Check it out. For watching this, listen to this. Download is for the Google Store, so the Google App Store, if you've got Chrome. Newsfeed Eradicator. You go to it, you click it, you add it to your desktop. And what it does is when you go onto Facebook, it eliminates the newsfeed. There is no feed there. What comes up is what's on the side, so all like the groups, and then your status bar up top, so as normal, your status bar, notifications and whatnot, and then down the sides like birthdays and like ads, right? It just has that section. For me, it changed my behavior. Like I wouldn't put up as much stuff. I don't see shit. I'm not just like jump on, not scrolling, whatever. And for me, it's been fantastic, and that helped me kind of be like, well, I don't really care. Like if I want to see things from other people, I'll catch up with them. or I'll message them, or I'll make more of an effort in that side of things. But then at the time was when I was building the business around Facebook, you know, and that was huge. How I started was building it, tagging people and stuff. Like you contacted me on Facebook, right? So that's how it started, and then I moved from that to Instagram because it's easier to just take photos and put them up and whatever, you know. But I went to my Instagram the other day, I'll put up two posts in 1 week, you know. But for me, I was like, oh, the stories are what keeps me going, and you're not getting that live. So you kind of like, I've had a discussion with multiple people on multiple different like levels and at different times about how to use it as a tool, because it is just a tool, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's so interesting that you did do that, and now you're going, oh, you know what, maybe I need to add certain things into it or take things away, or how do I promote it more? Because at the end of the day, if your market's on there, you've got to kind of have a presence on there.
I would say a solid 85%, maybe even 90% of my business comes from Instagram. So that's where I think I need to, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, again, I wanted to do it, give it a shot, and then start bringing things back in as I thought necessary. And I'm going to start doing that.
Like, what do you think you'll do?
And that's what I've got to play around with as well. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm going to start doing mine. I haven't done stories.
There's been no Adam Murphy stories for a while.
For like at least 2 weeks.
I go on and I look and none.
And you get a bit sad.
I actually get a little bit sad.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
So, and I think it'd be good for like doing it at uni, doing VO2 testing.
Right.
Do something like that. You know,
Don't
just
get...
little bits and pieces of things that I'm doing to progress myself and to show what I'm doing and all that sort of stuff. So that's one thing I want to bring in. I like doing my own posts. I think I like to do my own posts rather than relying on someone else to put it up.
Yeah.
Not that it was going bad. It was all going perfectly to plan, but I think I just like to do it myself.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to take back control, but then...
It's more the scrolling, I think.
The scrolling. And I think that's just me just saying, don't be a dick and stop scrolling.
I've gone through a couple times where to be a dick and stop scrolling. I had to ask myself, what are you doing? That was my question. What are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh fuck, you know what? Not this, fuck it. I'm not doing anything. But like, I had to go through for myself. I've done it 2 or 3 times, I think I said, where I've gone through my like following list, who I'm following on whatever platforms, and then get rid of all of them. That I'm like, you gotta be ruthless with it. Like, you gotta be ruthless. I'm like, do I get value from that? Do I see what you put up and like it? But at the end of the day, you gotta remember that whoever's putting the value out, it's not a company, right? Usually, it's not a company that is going to put out consistent content all the time that you're going to constantly be interested in. You know, so I was following, say, S&Cs or athletic directors or physical therapists in America, putting out good content, and then they kind of go on their own tangent, and then I see like pictures of their kids or pictures of their holidays or their house, where I'm like, you know what, that's not for me. I don't want to see this stuff. And I went to a point where I'd be like, all right, so-and-so, whatever your name is, right, all right, so-and-so, one more picture of a kid, or one more picture of something I'm interested in, done. And then they'll do it, unfollow.
See you later.
You know, I can't, you know, and the thing for me is that, you know, one of the guys, Brett Contreras, I stopped following Brett because it was kind of the same shit over and over and over, and then there was like photos of himself getting ripped. I'm like, I don't really want to see that, right? But I know where to go.
Getting rich or ripped?
Ripped. Right? Floyd Mayweather for rich. I unfollowed Floyd as well. There's too much of that as well. And so, but now I know that if I want to find out research on glute training, I can go search Brett's website, or I can go to Google Scholar and look up Brett's articles. I know that that's where that is. I need to see it in my feed.
Yeah.
You know,
you've got enough of him to know where you need him.
Yeah, and I vibe with that. You know, Alan Aragon, Brad Schoenfield, those guys, same sort of shit. You know, I don't need to see you flexing in the gym. I don't really care. But that's what you want to put up. Some people might like that, but I know if I want nutritional advice, I'll search on the website.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why like I'll constantly and consistently go through and be like, I don't see value in this. You know, like, and I've had it from boys at soccer even recently. You know, they'd follow me on Insta, and they'd be like, bro, where's my follow back? I'm like, well, my response all the time, you put out some shit that I find value in, and then I'll follow you back. Right? But it's harsh, but we vibe on personal. I don't need to see that shit.
That's pretty much what social media is. If you like someone's shit or them as a person, you follow them. As soon as it becomes boring and pointless, there's no point following that person.
Yeah.
It's like hanging out with someone that is a negative person makes you feel like shit.
Don't do it.
Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Get away from them.
I have those conversations so many times. Like, oh, but I feel I have to. Like, you don't have to.
No,
you don't have to do anything. Just be fucking you.
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, so I like that. I like that you've gone through that phase and you're like, you know what? Didn't really work.
Yep.
We're going to try and add some more stuff into it. And I think we could talk about this else time. Other times.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Elsewhere, whatever. Combine it all together.
Yep.
Outside of here. About like how you approach that and what you're doing and what people get out of that, because it'd be interesting to talk to the people who were seeking and finding value in what you were putting out consistently,
yep.
and to see what they now think when you haven't put stuff out. Like, have you been getting stuff from my website, or have you been enjoying what I've been doing, or where have you now shifted your focus? Because they're still looking for shit, but if you want to give it to them, they'll find it elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true too.
And that's something that I found is that I switched mine because I went off Insta for like 6 weeks last year. I think it was like 5 or 6 weeks last year. And I was like, oh, it's going to affect my business, whatever. It didn't affect anything. Yeah. But what I did do, when I did that, I consciously made more effort to message people, email them, get in contact with them, so they still had that connection. And then I tried to put out more articles at that time. So business didn't change. Value was still there, but in a different way. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back onto it with the idea to put more value out. So I get enjoyment from like posting something, and that I feel has value that people are going to enjoy.
I think that's what I got to do, is have that mindset of what value can I give on this, rather than what value can I get from this.
Bang.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
That was sick.
So yeah, if I go on with that attitude, then I won't be scrolling because I'm not going to get value unless I see something specific from someone. And that's where you said deleting people that add no value. Yeah. If they're all gone, I'm not going to scroll as much because there's not enough people to go through. And the only ones I'm going to see are the ones I'm actually going to get something from out.
Exactly. And you get through, like, for me, I was going through like 3 or 4 like physical therapy. I was with the PT, like physical therapy articles, and for a while I felt a lot of physio articles, and pages. And you go through 3 or 4 of them, you're like, all right, brain overload, done. Yeah. You're not going to be like, well, what's the next person doing? Yeah. And that's basically what Social Dilemma goes through, how the behavior change is engineered to keep you on there. Yeah. And it's that idea of creating and giving, and then getting back what you take value in, what you enjoy seeing. Yep. So that's I think it's sick. I think it's really cool, especially going to summer.
Yes, exactly.
Talk on that. Go.
Going to summer.
Yeah, it's going.
What am I talking about?
Whatever you want. I was just like, I've been getting this whole week. I just been like hyped. It's been so hyped.
Dude, I'm just looking forward to some sunshine again.
Oh man, it's gonna be fantastic.
Get some vitamin D's and some rays.
We've got off season now for everyone. This is what I like about summer.
I reckon everything is about to go in off season.
Everything. Well, I've still got 4 games of NPL, which has gone on and on because they basically got everything as moved before. So season finishes last weekend of October. Final series finishes end of November, depending who makes finals. So the top 6 make finals. And we're sitting just at that at the moment. But like, that's going on. But everything else, like the vibe from everyone coming into the gym now. So the gym, more people come to me for membership and for PT and training and whatnot. And it's awesome because everyone's like, the team stress is gone. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be at team trainings. None of that shit's happening. We can actually enjoy our training and go back into the off season. And you can just rebuild. Weather's getting better. Daylight savings is happening. Everything is just like perfect.
Yep. Summer's a good time of year. Yeah. The blue sky's got to put a smile on your face.
Yeah, it has to.
More time on the bike. It's good stuff.
You got to roll in the Lycra again?
What's that?
You roll in the Lycra again?
Not that bike.
Oh, you mean the brum brum?
Brum brum.
That one. I just hope we can use fans in the gym. Get onto that, COVID marshals.
Come on, marshals.
Fucking yeah. That's the only thing at the moment I'm kind of waiting on. Most of the other stuff in the gym is fine.
Pretty much everything else is back except fans.
Just being able to use fans in the gym. So
especially on those fucking humid days.
It's a bit challenging.
You just need some kind of air.
Yeah, it's a bit challenging. Yeah. So anyway, so that's all sick. Should we like call it at the moment because we got 35 on the dot. We're nailing this shit.
That was good.
You know what? Watch The Social Dilemma. Get Audible.
Let us know what you think.
Get Digital Minimalism. Listen to that. Let us know what you think.
if you got any tips on what I should be doing, let me know what
you know what? That's a fantastic. We should put this on the story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in a second. Right? I'm gonna get my phone out and pull the story up. And you'll be like, we just talked about social dilemma, and if you got any tips on what you think I should be doing, let me know. And I'll put a little comment box we can do it, because that would be to see what I'm gonna say. Oh my god. See you next time.